Red Burnett of the Toronto Star profiles Gary Young, who is the new general manager of the California Golden Seals. Gary's got 3 years to get that moribund franchise back on the beam. He's got a tough road to hoe, especially with no first-round amateur draft pick this year. Here's what Red Burnett wrote about Gary Young. He says, Gary Young looks more like a lay preacher than the man Charles O'Finley has selected to revitalize Oakland, the National Hockey League's most depressed area. The Oshawa native readily admits the task he has undertaken is about as easy as moving Mount Etna. He knows the California Seals need almost a complete rebuilding job to become even reasonably competitive. Now, why did he leave his cushy job as director of the flourishing Boston Bruins farm organization to become general manager of the hockey wasteland of the West? Well, Gary says, everyone in the management end of hockey dreams of taking over a general manager's job in the NHL. I talked to Mr. Finley and he said, I'll supply the money if you think you can put a team on the ice within the next 3 seasons to turn the Seals into a winner. Well, Gary says he liked the sound of that challenge. If Finley was willing to supply the money, Gary felt that he had the energy and the ability to do his end of the job. Now, Young admits he didn't know just how bad the Seals' mess was until he made a thorough investigation of that situation out in the Bay Area. Not only had the club's first-round draft choices in the amateur draft, the one spot you figure to latch on to a superstar, if at all possible, he found out that they had been dealt away, those first-round picks, until 1974. And he also found out that the organization had been kicked out of their American Hockey League Providence farm team as of May 1st, and that was supposed to be their development club, and now they actually had nowhere to develop any young players they would be lucky enough to acquire. Young said that I just can't understand anyone making such an arrangement. He went on to say that such agreements should run from at least June 15th to June 15th every year in order that you can take into draft meetings and ensure you list up of which players are going to be acquired and where they would play the following season. Gary said, we would be in a dreadful spot if Emile Francis, New York Rangers general manager, and Punch Imlach hadn't agreed to make spots available on their farm teams for the Seals to park some of the players who will not be playing for them in the NHL as they continue to develop.